These frightening encounters will have you wondering who truly rules the animal kingdom. Number 12. Leopard takes matters into its own hands. It comes as no surprise that big cats possess a ferocious predatory nature. But when their aggression stems purely from anger, it never fails to astonish onlookers. Such was the case with a leopard, whose recent attacks on people's livestock prompted local park rangers to intervene. In an attempt to resolve the situation, the rangers captured and relocated the leopard, expecting her to willingly leave her cage. However, much to their dismay, the leopard adamantly refused to budge. One ranger, Alexander Rono, resorted to prodding her in an effort to coax her out, unknowingly stepping into a trap of his own making. Enraged by the gesture, the leopard seized the opportunity when she finally escaped her confines and sought retribution. With lightning speed, she sprinted toward Alexander, viciously clawing his face before he could secure his windows. The unfortunate ranger required 21 stitches to mend his wounds, serving as a painful reminder of the lessons he learned that day. Number 11. Mama cow attacks. The emotional state of cows when it comes to their calves has previously been explained. Even a short separation could cause visible distress and tears, and this particular cow was no exception. However, when faced with another human attempting to take her baby away, the cow's protective instincts kicked in. With determination, she launched herself at the man's chest, a behavior not commonly seen in cows. Oblivious to the fact that the calf had been dropped during the altercation, the cow continued her pursuit. This cow had decided that revenge would not be delayed. Instead, it would be served immediately. The depth of a mother's love proved to be far more formidable than anticipated. Number 10. Lion scares trophy winner. Trophy hunting, an activity steeped in controversy and moral ambiguity, emerges as a significant concern with dire consequences for numerous species. But unknowingly to these individuals, the lion's companion harbored a seething resolve, unwilling to let this atrocity pass unchallenged. Seizing a moment pregnant with symbolism, the hunters posed triumphantly beside their heart-wrenching prize. In a sudden, vengeful twist, the bereaved friend surged forward, relentlessly pursuing the hunters until they vanished from the frame. With a calculated return, the lion mourned its fallen comrade. Poetic justice was served. Number 9. Octopus goes wild. Octopi are known for their astonishing intelligence, despite being distant relatives of primates. These remarkable cephalopods are capable of performing tasks similar to those of primates. In recent years, the trend of mukbang, where individuals consume extravagant meals on camera, has gained substantial popularity. In pursuit of garnering views, a particular streamer decided to devour a live octopus. It clung to her face tenaciously, akin to an unyielding bond formed by superglue. The streamer's panicked screams filled the air as she exclaimed her discomfort, yet the octopus exhibited no mercy. Number 8. Hungry sheep fight back. In a peculiar encounter, a hungry bighorn sheep proved that it was not to be trifled with, reminiscent of a person who lashes out when provoked. Unknown to the caretaker of the herd, he became determined to play a mischievous prank on one of the sheep by tempting it with extra food. Unaware of the sheep's already agitated state. Generally, bighorn sheep exhibit a docile demeanor towards humans, but this particular sheep demonstrated a different disposition. The caretaker found himself facing immediate danger as the sheep lunged toward him. Fortunately, the caretaker instinctively used a large plastic bag as a makeshift shield, preventing the potentially devastating outcome. Yet, the tide turned in favor of the sheep as its companions joined the skirmish, displaying loyalty to their fellow members. Number 7. Misty does not want friends. The person wonders if the animal before them is a llama or an alpaca, questioning the distinction between the two. The creature in question is called Misty, a hybrid that contains the characteristics of both animals. Misty desired solitude, making it clear that the worker who approached was not at fault. However, as the worker attempted to perform some cleaning duties, Misty unexpectedly launched an attack, leaping upon the worker. Number 6. Cow comes to the rescue. Giving birth is a formidable challenge, not only for humans but for all creatures. particularly mother cows. Normally gentle and docile, cows display remarkable protective instincts toward their calves. This is understandable considering their highly emotional nature, as mothers often experience sorrow and shed tears when their offspring are separated from them. In this particular instance, a woman approached a cow shortly after it had given birth, intending to assist in cleaning up the aftermath. However, the cow misinterpreted her actions and responded by forcefully kicking her in the face. The impact was so strong that the woman lost her balance and fell onto the muddy ground, caught off guard by the cow's defensive reaction. Number 5. Magpie swoops on cyclist. Magpies are regarded as simple birds that have a fondness for shiny objects, which they often collect. They're not typically seen as bloodthirsty monsters, except during the swooping season, a phenomenon well known to those living in areas heavily populated by magpies. Little did an Australian cyclist know, however, that he'd become the unsuspecting target of one of these birds during the nesting period in spring. In their relentless pursuit to gather small trinkets and scraps to build a cozy nest, this particular magpie had its sights set on an unfortunate cyclist. Number 4. Man's best friend turns into an enemy. In Chongqing, China, a heartwarming bond turned sour as a man discovered the unforeseen consequences of betraying his loyal companion. Dogs, known as man's best friend, possess remarkable intelligence and the ability to retaliate when wronged. Oblivious to their cunning nature, the man encountered the fury of a stray dog he had dismissed. Despite the dog's innocent presence in his usual parking spot, the man callously kicked it aside to make room for his car. Unknown to him, the canine harbored a vengeful spirit, seeking retribution. As dawn broke the following day, the man was met with a devastating sight. His vehicle lay in ruins. The dog, joined by newfound allies, unleashed a rampage of vengeance, leaving behind deep dents, bite marks, and even tearing out one of the wheels. Number 3. Kangaroo finds an opponent. In a hypothetical match between a human and a kangaroo, the kangaroo would emerge victorious, claiming the coveted trophy while leaving a powerful 759-pound force kick in its wake. Unexpectedly, the dog finds itself ensnared in a headlock by a massive kangaroo. Alarmed, the man cautiously approaches, uncertain of his pet's safety. Acting on instinct, he delivers a swift punch to the kangaroo's face, an action befitting any concerned pet owner. The kangaroo, humiliated, promptly retreats, disappearing into the bushes temporarily. To everyone's surprise, upon returning home, the man discovers the kangaroo patiently waiting on his doorstep, poised to resume the confrontation. This revelation unveils a previously underestimated intelligence in marsupials, demonstrating their ability to track down their adversaries. Number 2. Kangaroo showing his skills. We just witnessed an aggressive showdown between a man and a kangaroo, but this particular encounter was unlike any other. Kangaroos, often perceived as peaceful creatures hopping across the Australian landscape, have a hidden side of aggression, especially among the males. The intensity of their hostility was surprising. Merely being in close proximity to them could trigger a fiery reaction, without the need for teasing or disrupting their tranquility. The way they would rise on their hind legs and engage in boxing-like movements akin to Muhammad Ali was truly remarkable, albeit terrifying. This particular kangaroo, driven by fury, adamantly clung on to the young boy, refusing to release him. Number 1. Llama doesn't spare boy. Llamas are often considered cute animals, and children are also seen as adorable. The scenario of bringing them together, however, doesn't turn out as wholesome as one might expect. In this particular instance, a little boy who happens to be very cute approaches a llama to inquire about its activities. Despite his intentions, the boy felt too apprehensive to touch the llama's neck, instead settling for standing in front of the animal. Unfortunately, the llama didn't appreciate the boy intruding on its personal space, responding by spitting directly in the boy's face. This distressing incident left the boy with lasting negative memories involving llamas. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, take a look at some of our other videos.